Hi Scorpio, welcome to your May 2021 astrological forecast. So if you watch my videos, you know that I always tell you about the sign of Taurus being your opposite sign, right? So really, the only thing that's in Taurus right now for this month, the beginning of the month until like the 19th, is the sun. Okay, there's a new moon in Taurus on the 11th. But Venus and Mercury are only here like the first few days of May, and then they move into Gemini. So really the only thing that you have to deal with is the sun in Taurus. Okay, and the planet Uranus is still in Taurus. Okay, we'll be here for a few more years. So, whatever, you might have had in any kind of dealings with, let's say, close relationships, okay? Because where you have the sign of Taurus in your chart is your seventh house of close relationships, okay? Your business or romantic or close friend or friends or whatever. So, around this time, like last month, starting last month, is when you may have had like, maybe not so nice conversations with someone, could have even experienced some kind of breakup or just, whatever, a little bit of a falling out, or things have changed a little bit in the relationship, but you're still friends, or you're still close, or you're still in the relationship, but it's just something has changed, okay? Well, the new moon will give you the chance, okay, on the 11th, the new moon will give you a chance to start fresh in this relationship. If it's a current one, if you're still in the relationship, or if you would like to begin a new one, okay? You're always going to have, while the planet Uranus is in your seventh house, unpredictability in your close relationships, by you or by them, okay? You can never tell who's going to act up, who feels like it, right? So that's just something, to keep in mind. But this new moon gives you the chance to do just that. Start fresh, start new in any kind of close relationship that you have. So just keep that in mind, okay? Now, the month starts off with Mercury actually moving into Gemini on the 3rd, and Venus moves into Gemini on the 8th, and the sun moves here on the 20th. And where you have Gemini in your chart is your 8th house of shared property, shared resources, your partner's resources, but it's also other people in general, their resources and money, okay? So maybe that's what some of this is about, is you do share property with someone else. Could even be bank accounts, credit cards. This could be a spouse or something, or maybe you're divorced, or you're in the middle of divorcing, or whatever, and you're trying to decide who gets what, okay? A lot of, things could be happening right now just because the planet Mars, okay, is also in Cancer right now. A fellow water sign really helps you, okay? Creates a nice trine to your planets in Scorpio or rising sun or whatever, but it's in your 9th house of legal matters. Okay, so it's bringing a lot of activity here. Maybe this is the beginning of some kind of legal matter, and you're just divvying up who owns what. Or it doesn't even have to be like a spouse. It could be anyone. Okay, the 8th house, where you have Gemini and all these planets right now, is inheritances, legacies, money coming to you through means other than earning it, such as through a legal settlement or an insurance payout, a refund or credit of some kind from the bank, taxes, it's a tax refund, but taxes period. It's money making its way to you in some way or other, and you may have felt that you had to check into it legally to see what's the holdup, or where is it, or whatever. So maybe that's what this is all about. You're just trying to get what's due you. But right now, with all these planets in Gemini, it does create activity, movement. It's just not like it's just hanging there like it was. You know what I mean? Like there was nothing, nobody was moving on it. you couldn't find out anything about it, whatever. But now that these planets are here, people are starting to take notice, or whomever it is that you were trying to get to help you. The 8th house is also like kind of like institutions like a bank or the IRS or anything financial institution usually. Okay. Now on the 26th, there's a full moon lunar eclipse in the sign of Sagittarius, and where you have Sagittarius in your chart, your 2nd house. Okay, it's directly across from your 8th house of Gemini. Both of these are money houses. Your 2nd house is how you earn your money, from some kind of income from work that you do, or pension, or Social Security, or something, investments even. Around that time is when you may, if you are shared resources with someone, okay, where this could all come to a head kind of as to who owns what and who owes what. If you don't, it could be you just trying to finally get your money from an institution of some kind, or from a legal settlement or insurance payout or something like that. So around that time is when you will really stick up for yourself and go after the money. Go after the money. Follow that, whatever. It's not a paper trail, it's a money trail, and it's your money that you're trying to get. Okay, so don't be too put off by anything, actually. If that's what you have to do to get what's yours, that's what you have to do, right? The planet Pluto is in Capricorn. Where you have Capricorn in your chart is your 3rd house. This planet went retrograde at the end of April. Your 3rd house is directly across from your 9th house of Cancer, where you have Mars transiting right now. When this planet went retrograde, it'll take a while for you to even notice anything, okay? It's so slow moving, right? But your 3rd house is your everyday life, your siblings, neighbors, cousins, the area that you live in. It's a big communication and travel house. The 9th house is pretty much almost the same thing, except it's long distance communication and travel, and both of them are houses of learning. Whatever, you might actually receive, like the 3rd house is mail too, regular postal mail and email, or any kind of communication, even a text message or a phone call, okay? You could finally receive something that maybe you should have already had in your hands, okay? A letter that never made it to you, or money even, a check or something like that never made it to you until now. Okay, and it is possibly regarding a legal matter or something that involves some kind of institution. If you were unemployed and you were on unemployment, okay, and you just haven't gotten your checks, or you can't get anyone to help you, what's going on or whatever, so maybe this is when it finally gets cleared up. Okay, long time waiting, but something that was possibly due to you, any kind of communication that could actually change things, change the way something goes. And if it is regarding a legal matter, it could change everything in your favor. Okay, now just having Mars in your 9th house of Cancer, okay, doesn't necessarily mean all legal matters. This is the house of travel and adventure and exploring. And the travel is usually long distance or even foreign. It's the house of higher learning and publishing and media and culture and philosophy and spirituality and religious beliefs. So all of these things are kind of interesting to you right now. If they aren't at any other time, they're more so now. So you may really want to, let's say, travel to see somebody. There's someone possibly that you would really, really like to see. Could be a sibling or, family member, something like that. But could be for lots of reasons. But you may want to travel, okay? Now we're getting to the planet Saturn, okay? Saturn is in Aquarius, and it also turns retrograde on the 23rd. Okay, Jupiter has been in Aquarius, but it's moving into Pisces this month, and I'll get to that in a minute. But for now, you have Jupiter turning retrograde on the 23rd in your 4th house, where you have Aquarius, but it's your 4th house of your family, where you live, the people you live with, your personal life, your childhood, how you were raised, everything. So with all this stuff going on too, with planets in Gemini in your 8th house of legacies and inheritances, and then it's full moon in your 2nd house, and then Mars in your 9th house of whatever, you know, you could be actually having to pursue an inheritance of some kind that should be yours. It was supposed to be yours, you know. Whatever, something like that, or could be something going on with your property, where you live, your home, your actual home, and the land surrounding it, okay, or something, some kind of legacy or inheritance that was left to you. You may have to again go with legal matters. You may have to hire an attorney just to get it. Okay, it's just a thought. Doesn't mean that it's necessarily going to happen, but I do have to mention it. Okay, now Jupiter moves into Pisces on the 13th, and we'll be here briefly up until July 28th. Okay, then it'll move into Aquarius again and travel in Aquarius to December, and then at the end of December it moves into Pisces and begins its transit there, like next year. So, but this brief period when it's in your 5th house of speculation and fun and romance and creativity and children and, you know, all kinds of really nice things. Okay, you have Neptune here already. So if you are involved in anything creative, it should have brought out a really nice dreamy quality to whatever it is that you create, especially if you have anything to do with film or painting or drawing or something. There's something very different and unique about whatever it is that you're doing. So this is also the house of romance, and this is when you could meet that really really good person that has the same philosophical outlook that you do on life, or you share an awful lot of closeness. This is like a good time to meet your soulmate. Okay, if it doesn't happen now, I mean, it's only going to be in low degrees Jupiter at first. Okay, so it could happen next year when Jupiter is fully into Pisces, but it is a fellow water sign, and it does trine your planets in Scorpio. Okay, so it's very nice, creates a very nice aspect for you. But for now, I'd have to say you could meet somebody romantically that is a soulmate, and if you're involved in anything creative, it could really take on a new flavor or something. But it's very dreamy quality. Okay, the best time to do something each month is when the moon is in your own sign, and the moon is in Scorpio on the 24th and 25th. The best time to lay low is when the moon is in your opposite sign, and your opposite sign is Taurus, and those dates are the 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. The best time for romance, recreation, creativity, fun, any kind of gambling or speculation, and anything to do with children is the 5th, 6th, 7th, 19th, 20th, and 21st. The best time for money is the 12th, 13th, 14th, 26th, and 27th. The best time for your career is the 17th, 18th, and 19th. And the best time for communication and travel is the 1st, 2nd, 15th, 16th, 17th, 28th, and 29th. So I hope you enjoyed your astrological forecast for May. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Check out the Ask Me a Question and the link to my website if you would like to have your personal chart done. They're both in the description below there. And check out my weekly forecast. I will see you next week. Goodbye.